What's up, you beautiful, blessed boys and girls? This is Tyler Tote. So there's one big mindset hack, one thing I've been doing real recently that I picked up from somebody else that has really made a big difference. Maybe the alarm goes off. I don't feel like getting out of bed to go train. Maybe, man, I got on the schedule. I want to go run or do sprints or do something hard. And you get that part of your brain. It's always like it's designed to keep you safe. And dude, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the thing. Just skip. You'll be okay. And it's how to override that part. And it's something that I've been really doing to say, hey, no, 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 we're going to delay the short term happiness and we're going to go for the long term game, that thing that's going to make us proud, right? So let's dive in. I'm going to share that real quick with you today. So honestly, about an hour ago, I had to take a jog on the schedule today, and I got up and lifted this morning, hit the sauna. Really in a season of all right, let's push right now for myself. And I'm looking down. I'm like, do I want to go run, man? It's pretty hot out here in Vegas this time of year, and I just don't feel like running, to be honest. And what I call the sissy part of my brain really pipes in, and it tells me something like this. The story is, man, you don't need to run. Like, dude, you're in fine shape. Like, compared to all the other 41-year-old, almost 42-year-old dads, like, you're doing fine. Let's be honest, man. You don't like running. You don't need it. Nobody's going to care if you run. Like, all just a list of excuses. And that always tends to happen with me. And I don't know if that's just me or most people that I chat with kind of can be a similar story about, man, the alarm goes off. And my first thought is usually like, I don't want to do this, right? And so I think, if you really study and look at it, your brain is designed in some way to keep you safe, keep you comfortable. It's probably the reason that we're here as a species because, hundreds and then thousands of years ago, the brain had to tell you, don't cross the river. There's alligators in there. Let's keep them safe, right? Well, the challenges aren't really like that now. Like going for a run, I'm not, odds are I'm going to survive that. So it's more of just I need to push myself into discomfort because I don't really have a lot of discomfort in 2025 unless I put myself through it. And I believe humans need that discomfort. So getting back to it, when my sissy brain pops up and starts to say these things, I've learned now just to take a deep breath. And what I do is I picture the general, I call him. I'm like, all right, man, the general part of my brain. That dude that knows like we need to delay gratification. That dude that knows like we need to do things that are going to benefit us long term. That dude that knows to make ourselves proud, to know that we want to lay our head on the pillow tonight and know that we gave our best, we did our best. The only version of yourself you really like when you look yourself in the mirror, that's the one that needs to have the last word. And so I just have this image in my head of when the sissy starts talking, I literally picture him like this big. It's just this little sissy just saying these little sissy things. And I like take a deep breath and I'm like, all right, general, get him. And then I just picture this giant general coming in. He's like, nah, man, to make yourself proud, we got to get out and do the run. It don't need to be perfect. It just needs to be done. Go out and do your best. Man, put on some music that you love and just get it done. Let's go. And I just have this image in my head of him overriding the thing. And look, I always joke about this and I think it's funny, but it's just human nature for some reason to not do the things that we know we need to do to be the best version of ourselves. And like, look, in 2025, there's so much information out there. Why are we at 70% obesity and overweight in the US? It's not a knowledge problem, right? You can go find out all the right foods to eat, a billion workout plans. I would argue there's too much of this stuff out there, but everybody can have access to this. It's free. Anybody that wanted to would know how to not be obese or overweight. But why are 7 out of 10 people there? Well, I truly believe it's because that sissy part of the brain pipes up. And maybe when you're motivated, you go do it. But as soon as you're not motivated, that's just, you don't need it, man. It's too hard. It's cold outside. Just stay in bed. It's warm. It's comfortable. Just eat the food. Everybody else is doing it. You don't want to be the weirdo at the office, right? Like this sissy part of the brain pipes in. And so if you can just train yourself, deep breath, picture that general, man, just coming out. Nah, nah, nah. I give the orders. I say what's up. I got the last word here. And this has really worked for me really well here the last week or so to just picture that big general walking in the room, man, and he tells everybody what we're doing. And so, I always joke about this. I had one of my good friends now for a couple years. He was a client a couple years ago, but he hired me for marriage coaching. And I always tell this story to a lot of clients I work with. I say, he hired me for 2 months, came to me and said, man, we're on the brink of divorce. We've been married for this long. We got this many kids, and it's roommate. Both of us are 1 foot out the door. This is really bad. So I said, okay, here's where we're going to start. And we started him off just with a couple really easy things and, sitting his wife down, having this chat with her. But I challenged him every morning to wake up. He wakes up before her and to just send her a quick little text or a video, something he was grateful for about her. Hey, honey, I just want to say thanks so much for making a healthy dinner last night. You're the best. It'd be easy to skip on that stuff. But man, you do so much for our family. I just want to say thanks. Hey, honey, you know what? I saw you reading to little Timmy last night. I know you were super tired, but you're such a great mom. Thanks for all you do. Hey, I love you. Let's have a great day. So he commits to doing this. And after a couple weeks, man, he's telling me, like, dude, she's texting me back, like, nice things. And now all of a sudden, instead of us always griping at each other, I'm texting her nice things. She's texting me nice things. And all of a sudden, it's just changed the whole dynamic. This is amazing. Fast forward a couple months later, and he said, dude, this is like our marriage just off the, a couple more tweaks we made here along the way, but that was the foundation of it. Just showing mutual respect and gratitude and these things to each other. So, hey, man, we're good after 2 months. All right, brother, I love you. He goes a separate way. I hear back from him 3, 4 months later. Oh, Ty, we're back in the toilet again. I don't know what happened. So I hop on a call with him and I say, I'm going to ask you a question I know the answer to. How many times have you sent her a video? How many times have you sent her a text in the last month? He said, zero. And I said, well, why did it stop? And he said, man, I don't know. And we started joking. He said, I think it was working too well. And I have this image in my head of human beings, we know what to do. Like when every morning I've journaled gratitude now for 5.5 years straight, but every morning when I wake up still, my brain, my sissy brain will say, Ty, you don't need to journal gratitude today. Just get up and get moving. You're already a grateful guy, dude. You don't need it. And I have to then pause and take the breath and say, nah, I know this is good for me. The general gets the last word. I'm going to take a moment and pray and breathe and write the gratitude and meditate and pray on that because I know it's good for me. And so, whatever this might happen, man, I don't feel like taking the walk at lunch. I just feel like sitting there and browsing on my phone. I don't feel like getting up in the morning to go work out. That little voice pipes in. Just picture it as a little sissy. It's just like this little sissy in there, man. It ain't got no leeway over what I do. And then boom, take a deep breath, let the general come in and say what's up. And program yourself to just start saying, no, 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 I do what's good for me long term. I can delay gratification because that's what winners do, and I'm a winner, and that's where I'm going. You can start telling yourself this today, and that one little mindset can change everything for you. Hope you have the greatest day of your life. Go be kind to yourself. Go be kind to others. Let's change the world. Let's let the general have the last word. Cheers and God bless.